For 43 years, Travis Perry has been focused on football. He's learned a lot from the game, and the lessons it's taught him are helping him now as he takes on his toughest opponent yet.
Been an athlete all my life, coach all my life.
Travis Perry has also always been focused on staying healthy.
Never had tobacco of any sort in my mouth. Never been a drinker. Worst thing I do when I go fishing, I drink Diet Dr. Pepper. I'd never imagined in a million years that I would have cancer, and it just cuts your knees out from under you. This is the chemo part.
Okay, so you take your mask off.
Originally diagnosed in 2018, he had surgery in September and was declared disease-free until this past December, when Coach Perry's stage 4 bile duct cancer had returned.
Told her, whatever you do, don't leave, don't get out of this chair, because I don't want to swap cancer stories with anybody. I don't want to talk about it.
An overflow of patients that day meant only Perry was allowed in the room where he was getting treatment. He sat next to a woman named Judy, a complete stranger who made a big difference. Judy told Perry she was grateful that she was getting chemo that day. Her treatment had been moved up so she could go on vacation with her family.
This is a lady who I didn't know, spoke to one time. She changed my whole outlook on the entire situation of taking chemo and dealing with a cancer.
Perry decided at that moment he would fight cancer with the same fight he had as a football player and a coach.
Football's a game where you get knocked down. You have two choices. You either stay down on the ground or you get up. Sometimes I get so sick you feel like you're dying. And that's a scary feeling. And then being young, I don't want to leave my wife and my daughter and my family.
I promised him from day one, I'll be with you through every bit of this. You won't do this alone.
At Greer High School, you can walk the halls and see bright green t-shirts with ribbons that represent bile duct cancer awareness. Perry's players have also been supportive.
I'd be coaching them up, and they'd pat me on the back, and I'm throwing up, and they're more worried about me than anything else.
When do y'all get started again?
Even some that aren't around Perry every day have reached out, including his hero.
Coach Sweeney sends me a text, just let you know I'm thinking about you today, praying for you. God's got this. You can handle it. And here he's preparing for a national championship. He takes a time out of his day to text a little bitty high school coach.
That support
Good to see you.
has meant everything to Perry as he battles the disease.
Dr. Stevenson said curable is not a word he'll be using anymore. I'd love to see my daughter graduate from college. I'd love to see her get married. I'd love to see we'd love to have a grandchild someday. I don't want to die now. I still like to coach and coaching a lot more football games.
And when I asked Coach Perry what he hopes people learn from him, he said he just wants them to remember that you have to fight. You can't give up. In Greenville, I'm Julia Morris, WYFF News 4 Sports.